Abend, bonsoir, good evening. Hello, I'm Faye. I've just made you a quick video to show you about some of the language apps that I like to use. So we're going to have a look at Duolingo, Memrise, ITalki. These are great apps to use when learning a language at home, for example, or on your travels. Basically, when you're on a budget, you don't have many resources and you don't have much free time. So take a look at my video, see what you think. Good luck on your own language learning adventure. So the first app that I'm going to show you is Duolingo. So you can choose between basics or a placement test. I've chose placement test, so if you're not a beginner, you should be doing that to see where you're at. I'm just going to show you what happens if you get something wrong or if you get something right. So first of all, it will test you kind of at intermediate, pre-intermediate level, and then depending how you do on that, it will give you progressively more difficult questions, or if you're struggling on those ones, it might go back and ask you some easier ones, as you'll see here. So that was incorrect, so it's made it a bit easier for me. So you have to put the words in the correct order. If you want something a bit more difficult, you can change the difficulty level so that you can write in your own answers. You can make something a bit slower, so if you're finding the tempo of the listening a bit difficult, you can press on the turtle there, as you can see, to make it a bit slower. Okay, so then we are going to have a look at what happens when you get something wrong. You can go to the forum and you can see why it's wrong. You can get tips from other people. The second app we're going to look at is Memrise, which is also free. I'm doing Portuguese GCSE, so I've made my own vocab list. All of these words here are words that I want to learn, so I've added them in. A bit more basic than Duolingo. It's mainly just vocabulary, so listening and also reading and writing. You can see here that I've got options, but again, that's the easiest setting. So you can change it if you would like to have something more difficult, so whereby you can type in the actual answers yourself. Again, it's got listening there with the Portuguese accent. I think you can choose between Portugal, Portuguese and Brazilian. So it's nice to have that option. And then you can add in some of the more difficult words that you're always forgetting. You can add those in. The last one I'm going to look at is ITalki. You do need a bit of money for this, but not that much. This is where you can find a tutor online from any country. As you can see there, I'm looking for a Portuguese teacher, so I just type in Portuguese, and then I can add in some filters. So if I want to learn Brazilian Portuguese, I can add that in. If I want to learn from a native speaker, I can also add that in. We can change the price, the availability, and then find any teachers. Once you've found a teacher you like the look of, who's got similar availability to you, you can then look on their profile and you can watch their video to see if that's what you're looking for. So there we have 3, not totally free, but cheap on a budget learning apps.